Oh boy. All right. Your friendly neighborhood Unk is in the building. Thank you for joining us on Unks in the building. UNCS Unks in the building. Resident Unk Byron is here with the fantastic Auntie Stacy.
Hello.
Thank you again for coming as we go on this journey through Reddit stories. Please remember to comment on these stories.
Not this way. This way.
Comment on the stories. Well, your thumbs on the phone.
Yeah.
However you do
like
it.
that.
Your remote. You're watching us on TV. That would take a long time. Anyway.
The dedication.
Yeah, it is some dedication. You talk, press the button, and then speak to it.
Right.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate every moment because you could be doing 50 million other things. But thank you for spending just a little bit of that time
With us.
All right, let's start the show.
Okay. This is from the subreddit Best of Redditor Updates.
We love those.
Updates on
We
this
like
one.
those. I won't say love because we love AITA can't love everything, but we like those. Let's go.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Found out my best friend, she's a 25 female, has been using, the best friend is 25 female, has been using my pictures, who's a 26 female,
Okay.
to catfish a guy she's been talking to since 2015.
Lord.
This
Help us
was
all.
in 2020. So it's been 5 years of this.
We about to get an update on it for 2025.
Man, I don't know where to go from here, so I thought I'd go to Reddit.
Oh, that's a perfect place to get all your information and advice. So you don't know where else to go. You didn't go to Jesus. Let's go to Reddit. I'm just playing. Go ahead.
All right, my best friend, we'll call her Maggie, and I met our freshman year of college. We're now roommates and moved in together 2 years ago. In 2015, my best friend spent spring break a couple states away and matched with a guy on Tinder. When she came back to campus, she immediately told me about him and how amazing he was and how they only went out to dinner once. Edit, this was obviously a lie.
Oh, okay. Because how does this happen when you go out with somebody and using somebody else's picture? Go ahead.
But they were talking 24/7. I got super excited and asked to see a pic. That was the only picture of him she's ever shown me. Over the past 5 years, he's literally been her whole world. She talks about him constantly.
5 years.
She always has her nose in her phone. She gets clingy when he takes too long to text back. She's cried to me a few times because she's lurked on his social media and seen he was around other girls. My roommate doesn't have social media herself. I had asked a few times why they had never met up again, and she said they're both too busy and don't have the money for the trip.
Oh Lord.
I even told her that he could stay with us and that we would and that would save some money.
That will be a problem.
He sent presents and even flowers on Valentine's Day every year. They've basically been dating this whole time.
And ain't seen each other for real.
Right. So yesterday, my roommate picked up a shift at work and was gone. I got a knock on our door and I opened it to a guy.
Pop up and is in love and think it's you. Lord
He
Jesus.
says, hi. And I give a confused hi. And then he barges in and scoops me up into a hug. He starts saying, I thought you were working. I was hoping your roommate was here so I could surprise you when you get back. And I am so confused. I immediately get down and back away from him and let him know I have absolutely no clue what he's talking about. My brain can't even process what's happening. Then he looks confused and says, Maggie? And I'm like, no, that's my roommate. My roommate and I look nothing alike, so I'm even more confused. Then something kind of clicks, and I think, oh my God, is this the guy she's been dating? So I say, wait, are you Adam? And he gives me a very slow, yes. And I get excited, and I say, oh my God, I bet Maggie is going to flip out. I can't believe you're here. His demeanor completely changes. He asks me, what am I talking about? I'm Maggie? And I tell him, no, I'm Summer, Maggie's roommate. At this point, I'm still completely missing something that he has just pieced together. He says, holy F, and looks like he doesn't even know what to say. Eventually, he asks if he can sit down. I invite him in. He then proceeds to tell me, for the past 5 years, he's thought he's been talking to me. Every picture he's ever seen of Maggie has actually been pictures of me.
Unbelievable.
I'm completely dumbfounded, and we don't know what to say to each other at first. So he gets out his phone and shows me proof.
Lord.
He has tons of pictures of me saved on his phone, and went to their messages and showed me proof that she's been sending them to him. I felt and still feel completely sick to my stomach. I get out my phone and show him real pictures of her. I tell him maybe they could just talk when she gets off work.
He big mad because she ugly?
And she's really pissed at this point. I say maybe we should call first and let her know he's here. So I do that, and she starts flipping out, saying she's not coming home.
No.
Tells him to leave and that she won't talk to him. He calls her and starts yelling at her over the phone. After everyone calms and she eventually comes home. He's hurt and accusing. She's crying, and I'm sitting there awkwardly. She tells him that she's still the same person he's had feelings for, and he screams at her, "No, I thought I was in love with your roommate!" And that completely makes her break down. So I tell him maybe he should leave for the night and everyone should have their own space.
Yes.
He agrees, and after he leaves, she goes completely psychotic on me and starts throwing things around the living room.
Lord.
Tells me she hates me. I start crying. It's a mess. I left to stay with a friend and haven't been back, so I don't know what's going on. I feel like I have no idea who the person I'm living with is, and I feel weirdly violated. Do I move out? Do I call her? She hasn't even texted me. I don't know how to deal with this situation.
There was a movie in the early 90s. I think it was called Single White Female. Mm-hmm. This is giving me, I can't remember the full storyline of that, but this is giving
Vibes
me
of that?
just like,
I don't think I ever saw that movie. I just always heard about it.
Yeah, it was like this girl
Slowly
admired
stealing, yeah.
her roommate so much she started slowly trying to become her or something like that. I can't remember. I was young and probably shouldn't even seen that movie. But anyway, yeah.
The psychotic part where she starts to, okay, so the whole thing is crazy.
Something's wrong with the roommate. First of all, she doesn't like herself, so get help. Second of all, for her to flip out, this is just like I posted this clip on Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the one that says, I don't get how people get upset with you for calling them out on cheating on you. You're supposed to just keep doing me wrong, using me however, and being okay. And I got to be okay with it. And find out and then never confront you about it. Or say, no, this is fine.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's water under the bridge. You used my identity because you knew you were not attractive.
That's not necessarily true.
Why else was she?
Oh, well, she felt like she was unattractive.
Right.
The knowing.
But I'm just saying, she used her identity, and the sole purpose of her using the identity is because you felt that your roommate was more attractive than you were and would be able to safely, which is putting your friend in danger, date some stranger from the internet. Mm. And now he pop up and like, hey, what's good? And you mad at the guy and the friend who you both deceived? Oh, no.
Both?
She deceived both of them.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
That's what I meant to say. I apologize for misspeaking.
Yeah.
But you deceived everybody in the room, and then you want to cry and go into a rage instead of having some emotional intelligence.
Well, she doesn't have any from doing that. For 5 years,
5 years is wild.
That man wasted 5 years of his life.
He was probably gonna pop up and be like, "Yo, I'm ready to get married." Soon.
I would have popped up earlier. 5 years is insane.
It is, but I'm saying
he knew where
like,
she lived.
Because he was sending flowers.
Because he was sending flowers. So maybe you get away with this for a year.
Something's off. Because you put names on flowers.
Yeah,
oh, no, he says it's right. Okay. So
the name was fine.
The name was fine.
It's not the name, it's the face.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got it. I was like, wait a second. And I thought about it. No, you're right. So he's sending flowers. The address and everything would have been perfectly matched and everything because it was roommates. 5 years down the line.
5 years is too long to not see someone's face.
5 months is too long to never see somebody because the first date was a lie. So they never saw the person, and you send. That's a long time to not make a visit. And keep with the excuses. Oh, I had to work. I couldn't get off. It's too expensive. I can't get. Bruh, I'm not having a long distance relationship if that's the case.
And I've never seen the human being.
Never?
No. Even
sending me pictures.
It's too much. It's too much. I need to see. Because we hear about people being catfish. Why are you not
FaceTiming? FaceTime was out then.
Let's hear the update.
Please.
Thank you guys for all of your advice and comments. Many saying you've been in mine or Adam's position made me feel better. I'm going to go ahead and post an update because I don't think there will be any more of an outcome more than this. I've ended up having a phone call with Adam, mostly because I wanted to know about the pictures she sent. Turns out she sent pictures of me in my underwear and nudes that aren't actually of me or her. So we're assuming she Googled those.
Oh my gosh.
We're assuming she got those from Google. He feels really bad and is actually having a hard time with all of this. I assured him I don't blame him at all for the underwear pics or anything like that. He ended up telling me that they actually have FaceTime, but she would never show her face, only the top of her head, which is dyed a similar color to mine. Never thought anything of this. Now I think it might be really weird. That's creepy.
How do you just FaceTime with somebody with the top of your head?
My mother, love you, Mom, if you watch this, she'd be like this, or not at all. It'll be up in the ceiling, or I might see like part of her face.
Bruh, 5 years of that. That being said,
she is a mother, older person.
She didn't grow up with technology.
Whereas a younger 25-year-old would know. No. But here's the reason. And her excuse was she felt like she looked bad on video, was self-conscious, didn't have makeup on, etc. He didn't think it was weird. I don't know. He also told me she's tried a ton of times to arrange visits to meet, and she's came up with excuses every time. Said that he's been mostly content to talk through text over the phone up until this point. Also said he's trying to reach out to her one more time to talk about everything, but that he's moving on. As for me, I'm not sure I can break my lease yet, but I'm going to go ahead and move out.
Yeah.
And in with a friend until my lease is over.
A real friend.
We've briefly talked about when I went to my apartment, and she sort of half apologized, but is still pretty hostile and defensive. So I'm going to give her space. I feel bad for her, but I don't think our friendship is going to survive this whole thing. Anyway, this has been some crazy stuff, and I appreciate all of the responses I got. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, she crazy.
Yeah. She just needs some serious help. And to be mad, jealousy is such a...
disgusting.
It's such a hard thing to be dealing with because you are just existing, living your life, and somebody is on the other side just obsessed with you or mad at you or just envious of something that you can't even control, like a God-given thing, like the way her body is. Like, she can't control how she looks, and that the other person thinks that she's attractive, or generally people would think she's attractive. She's existing thinking that you're friends. That's such a sad thing, because you've lost a friend. Now you have trust issues because you don't even know. You know what I mean? Wild. Like, you're thinking this person's your friend, but really they're jealous of you. And then at the end telling her, I hate you. That's scary as heck. Because how are you going to hate her? She was just there. She opened the door. All she did was open her own front door. And you're the one
thinking he's surprising her.
Right.
It's not even...
She didn't know who was on the other end of the door. She just answered her door, and this whole thing opened up because of that. Because the dude took 5 years to do this whole thing could have been open, and you would have not wasted 5 years of friendship. You would not have wasted 5 years on his heart.
Bruh.
It's a lot of time.
Get that time back.
And he would have trust issues too. He would. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage, and that person is damaged because you have very low self-esteem.
Mm-hmm. People don't understand.
That's a lot of nerve-wracking to be making up stories and having to remember. Who knows what else she lied about? If it's only the way she looked, but all the other things.
The relationship has to be over. You can't be in a relationship
with someone like that. That's fundamental.
Because it's just like that's next top level deceit. You can't have that. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? Prayers up for that fella because men, I would even venture to say, love harder than women.
Really?
Yeah, I would venture to say. Yeah.
I'm just saying really because it's like, oh, interesting. I know. Podcast, but I know what you're saying.
It is, yeah.
But it is alarming to hear that. The first time I heard it.
What?
That you think men love harder than women do.
It's typically, if you look at every man, there's some of us with mother issues, but when you look at men that have become men of the night, if I can use that terminology. It's one female at the beginning of that who ain't do right by him. Right. And we love so hard until it was just like complete opposite direction. You got a choice. And, there's like every situation of how we deal with relationships after that kind of stems from that moment. If that man don't meet his first love where they pick right that first time, man, that second time be different. You know what I'm saying? Like if that person is not emotionally aware and works through it, having some sort of foundation to get them past it. I know a lot of people, you ask them, a lot of guys, you ask them, they got a situation and it's like, no, everybody ain't gonna open up to you about it, but it's been some, bro, I bought flowers and they did this and this and I cried like for 3 days and then I was like, ain't no other women doing this to me again. And it's done, because once a man make up his mind, that's the new frame of logic that they operate from, and we're logical, like if I do this is going to happen, I'm never doing this again. Rough. And that's the part where like, well, oh yeah, I'll go through my moment and cry, and I'm gonna go back there and do it again and be like, yeah, I'm just try it again, because for love's sake, I'm gonna just, that wasn't the right one, let me try again. Might even pick the same type of guy and get their heart broke by the same type of guy again and try again. Man ain't finna do that. Most of the time, if we really, really want somebody and it don't work, you'll see we'll either it'll be like, it's one direction or the other. You either become abuser, for lack of a better term, or womanizer. Womanizer, or you are a counselor. One of the two, and there really ain't. There's no. You get some people that just be like, I'm gonna just be by myself, right? And they just isolate, which there's healthy levels of that, but sometimes it's not. But I seen it too many times, and everybody's not gonna tell you their story. You gotta connect with somebody. Well, a lot of these guys ain't gonna talk about it, but it's always somebody, and they know their name. They can probably see their face and be like, that one messed them up. And they never really recover. This is a bad situation. 5 years. It doesn't sound like. First of all, if you're on the internet like that, like during that time, like I don't even remember what people. Well, I was, but a lot of people weren't. Once the websites and stuff come, you weren't just walking up to talk to people that they met at the grocery store and asking for their numbers and stuff like that, right? So if you're there and it's like, hey, it's not working, I can't find love through my friends, I can't find love through my coworkers, I can't find love, through family, whatever. It's like I'm on these apps and I'm swiping left and right, and I finally made a real connection to the point where I gave up 5 years of my life. Meaning, if he was somebody who was not, adventurous. I'll say it that way. He might not have had a lot of opportunities if he was not an adventurous person. So he's really holding on and putting hope into this situation. Alternatively, if he is an adventurous person, he could have been turning down real situations.
Real people thinking he's in.
Saying, I'm in this situation. Either way, it's like I'm latching on to this person hard. Yeah, man, that's gonna be tough to recover from if he don't have somebody to kind of snatch him back quick.
There's some trust.
That's a lot to deal with. So I'm glad that the friend who she snatched her images. I'm glad the roommate kind of talked to him a little bit and kind of been like, hey, you know what I'm saying,
right,
to ease things over. So maybe the guy doesn't feel that bad, but...
Well, no, he would have probably felt like she was violated too and probably worried about that. He lifted her up and stuff, felt like a fool. Yeah. So I'm just saying that'll make you feel better if somebody's like, hey, listen, man, it's okay. I understand this girl crazy. I'm leaving her alone too. Right. Don't feel bad about what happened. It was an honest mistake. You know, there's no way you could have known. Right. Type deal to kind of smooth that part over. Maybe he finds some solace in that, but the betrayal of that is anyway. A rough one there's a comment or we're moving on. Lots of comments. People were saying to move out immediately. You need to leave, which is why she said I will move out. Yeah. Because that person is dangerous.
Really is.
Other people are saying I was the Adam in that situation where I got catfished.
That's crazy.
And you need to leave. Basically, you're in danger. You're in possible danger. And someone like that is not a safe person to be around. And she needs help. But that's not your place to get her the help. Nope. That's basically what it was.
That's wild.
All right. Next story?
Next story.
Okay. Am I the a-hole? Would I be the a-hole public? That's the subreddit.
Okay. Would you be? Let's find out.
Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend...
On the next episode. I'm just playing.
Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend she can't announce her engagement at my baby shower?
No. Why people won't let people have stuff? This is like the other situation you had. The idea, well, maybe we're gonna read that story, but they're talking about I took from my people's moment when they was gonna do their baby shower. And he talking about his diagnosis.
We haven't read the story yet.
That's what I'm saying. You mentioned that on the last episode. I was just maybe we can read that this time.
We are going to.
Okay, cool. Because stop trying to take people moment. Let them have it. Let them have a moment.
I, 30 female, am pregnant with my first baby.
Not the first one, Jesus.
My best friend, 30 female, has been with her boyfriend forever, and I'm genuinely happy for her. She pulled me aside last week and said she wants to surprise everyone by announcing her engagement at my baby shower, since all of our friends and family will already be there.
You know, I want to put that clip. Remember that clip? It's like it's a Bugs Bunny clip, right? He be like, no.
Right.
No.
I told her absolutely not.
Come on, man.
This is supposed to be about celebrating my baby, not her milestone. She got defensive and said I'm being jealous and that there's enough love to go around. Now she's upset, and some mutual friends are saying I should have just let her do it since it's a happy occasion. But I feel like that would steal the spotlight from me and my baby.
Yes.
Am I the a-hole for telling her no?
No.
I think we understand where you're from. Coming from, man.
Come on. Yeah. You might well next story that one. That's ridiculous. And I know no, you just need to go ahead and just let them have their wisdom. What is it with people who want you to keep sacrificing for peace sake? If we don't have business together beyond this moment, so sometimes you do have to suck it up in some situations and apologize or accept an apology that you're never going to get because you have to deal with this person. Hey, we're at work. It's a project. You're a family member I have to deal with because I'm going to see you every day in my household. We are friends and we are working on a project together. We're business Okay, sometimes you got to suck it up and just be like, all right, I don't really care for this person, but we're going to push through for this moment because we got an end goal we need to reach.
Right.
I'm not doing that for somebody I do not have to be in a relationship with. You can have a nice day. You can have several nice days in a row. In fact, have a nice year, decade. Just keep having them. I don't care how great they are. Just keep having them without me. Don't that's insane for people to just be like, oh, you need to just let them have it. No, let me have my way. Mm-hmm. And I'm not, somebody who promotes selfishness really at all. I'm like, it's good to be selfless at times. It's good to give and make sacrifices. And I was just talking about on the last episode how important it is to compromise and all this other stuff. But sometimes you got to be like, hey, I done that enough for today.
I just don't understand why people...
It's not your place.
Since everyone's here already... Girl, if you don't call everybody up together on a Zoom call.
No way.
No. Because now it's going to be like, oh my gosh, congratulations. Oh, tell us the story. Da, da, da. This is for this baby.
And now I'm sitting there at my baby shower like this, waiting on you to get done talking.
Now, there are times when people want to get, like, how people, I want to propose at somebody's wedding. Absolutely not. Do not do that. Unless it is discussed with the bride and she's like, yeah. Let's make this happen. I'm so excited.
There's some people,
and let's do this. Yeah. So, like, when I toss the wedding, instead of tossing it, I'm gonna turn around and hand it to her, you, and then you can propose. And I'll be so cute, and I'm so excited. If that person is a part of it, you doing that in somebody else's wedding,
and they ain't talking to them about it.
What are you doing? There's another story about a couple that asked their the photographer to take engagement. She got engaged at the girl's wedding, then asked the photographer, and then it looked like engagement photos. And so when the photos came out, she was like, she kept asking her, are you getting your engagement photo? Did you get your wedding photos yet? Did you get your wedding? She's like, why is she interested in the wedding photos? Come to find out, the photographer was like, these are yours. You can do what you want with it, but I wouldn't give her these photos because she didn't pay for them.
That's
things like people do that are just, it's not crazy. Your time. Your time will come. But give other people their time. You know what I mean?
Respect the no.
Yeah. That's the other thing.
Respect
you asked the question.
The no.
It's a yes or no answer. Yeah, and you got the no.
You got to respect the no.
And then I don't like when other people be calling, you know what you should have done.
That's my problem.
You should have done it. Shut it. Shut it up. Shut it up.
That's my problem. That's my problem. I got a problem with that. It is. Rest your words.
Yeah.
Relax.
Rest your
Tell
lips.
your words to relax for a little bit. No. Yeah. No. That's not it.
No.
Don't call me and tell me I should just go ahead and let them do it. No, because you only get to have one first baby. If you have that one, when that happens, there's no more first babies. There's a second, third, fourth, fifth. There's no more first. This is your first child's baby shower. It is not time for it to turn into an engagement situation that is pulled away from your, I don't even bump first child. It don't matter if it's your fifth child. This is your child's baby shower.
And the thing is, you have spent the time to invite all the people, pull together all the food, the money, everything that it requires to pull this event together. They want to now come and ride on the coattails of that and just be like, well, yeah, since everybody's here together, it's a happy occasion.
No way.
Create your own happy occasion.
Yeah.
You know
on your dime.
I'll
come to it.
I'm not going to come to your engagement and be like, by the way, I'm pregnant.
And it's a boy.
What is that?
Come out with the blue string. We're gonna pop the thing and see it's gonna be blue and pink all over your engagement photos. Doing that. Bro, come on, man.
Not okay.
Think about it the other way. No way.
All right. Hopefully this story is still there because some of these stories be disappearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if not, it is what it is. Stay tuned.
Would I be the a-hole?
Would I be? Okay.
If I don't invite my brother's fiance to my baby shower after what she said to me.
Pause for a second. This is the other one was, would I be the a-hole if I don't let...
But she did do it though. I don't know why she put it in that subreddit.
Okay. That's what I'm going to say. Okay.
But it's am I the a-hole? Would I be the a-hole? So I guess it's
just lumped together.
Open.
Right.
So would I be the a-hole if I don't invite my brother's fiance to my baby shower after what she said to me?
What did she say, girl?
I, 31 female, I'm pregnant with my first baby. My brother, 34 male, got engaged last month, and his fiance and I don't exactly get along. At a family dinner, she joked that I was going to be a boring mom who loses her identity and lets herself go. Everyone laughed awkwardly, but it stung. Later, she told me I shouldn't take things so seriously, that pregnant women are too sensitive. Now my baby shower is coming up, and I honestly don't want her there. I told my brother, and he says I'm being dramatic and punishing him for her personality. My mom says excluding her will cause drama, but I feel like I shouldn't have to play nice with someone who disrespects me at my own event. Would I be the a-hole if I don't invite her?
You know what? Ooh, you know what? I'm kind of conflicted for once. I'm kind of conflicted because the thing is, first of all, and I always say this, prayers up for that brother, because you walking into a situation and you already making apologies for her personality. Whoo, don't do it. Reconsider. Anyway, second thing, if he's gonna do it, like, it's tough, man. Cause I would, if it were me, just being me, I would stuff her in a corner. You can come, but you gotta shut up. Go, because I'm like, you said a joke, it was stupid, you know, it's whatever. And the thing is, like, yeah, I'll be that boring mom who raises responsible kids who like each other and don't hate me when they grow up, you know, like, whatever. Like, you know who you are, and sometimes if that's gonna be, like, I've been around people who just say and do stupid things sometimes. It might not even be malicious, where she just like is really trying to harm you. She just might be a stupid woman.
Let me tell you something.
But go ahead.
You're giving her an excuse of being a stupid woman?
No, I think I'm worried about the guy finna marry her is what I said, but she just might be a stupid. She might be a stupid woman.
She's vindictive. Because you don't tell someone you're going to be a boring thing, and then afterwards they clearly discussed it, and for her to come back and be like, you're overdoing with a joke and pregnant woman or two. After you realize you hurt somebody, the correct answer is sorry.
You're right. We got
not you're too sensitive. So even though she made the stupid joke, and if she might have thought it was funny and other people laughed awkwardly, which is not okay, you realize it was and then the woman tells you that was uncalled for and that was hurtful.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry.
That's the right response.
Yeah, that would have been a problem.
Then you would have had no problem inviting her.
You know
but
what?
her doubling down on her foolishness
is a problem. It is a problem.
She needs to 100%. Go out of the family, period.
So that's why, honestly, I prefaced that beginning, because
prayers up for the dude you said.
He walking into this. I don't like the whole idea of making excuses for somebody's personality. Talking about it's just how she is. Like, you finna marry, that's just how she is? No way. Don't do it.
My pet peeve, one of them, is people saying you're too sensitive.
Right. And the thing is, you have to even. So first of all, preface this. The comment was stupid.
Yes. Just
off the rip, keep your mouth shut. You have to be more careful when you're dealing with a pregnant woman, because yes, they are going to sometimes, not everybody, but sometimes be a little bit more emotional because things are happening within their body, their image, the whole nine. You cannot make a joke about who that person is during that time. You can't. You can't talk about nothing, because hypersensitivity, even after they had a baby, it's still there for a while.
She said you're going to be a boring mom who loses her identity and lets herself go.
Yeah, that's out of pocket.
I would call you out your name after that. I'd be like,
no.
First of all, my best friend, if she was there, you couldn't say that to me.
No.
You wouldn't let her say that to me.
No.
You would say, excuse me?
What are we doing?
What was that? So that would have been cut off. The people who laughed awkwardly would be like, girl, come over here.
Yeah.
Excuse me? What are we doing? What's happening? Who are you?
Why she shouldn't have that platform. Like, you can sit down somewhere and shut up.
I'd be a boring mom who lets herself go. Girl, I'll let you go. I hope you could go.
No.
She should have been thrown out of the event from there. Yeah. And then when I said, okay, let me talk to her and be like, I don't know what your experience has been, but you can't talk to me like that. Mm-mm. And you shouldn't be talking about pregnant people like that. And then for her to think pregnant people are so sensitive, then those are things you shouldn't say.
Exactly.
That lets people know that you're an a-hole. Mm-hmm. And then so now for you to come double down on it, lets me know, maybe I was trying to give you a pass in the beginning because you said something foolish. And now when I come back in again and I talk to you about it and you want to come with the foolishness, for real, I have no problem telling you, you didn't check her after. I'm your sister. You didn't check her. I'm going to make sure that she's not coming to my thing. I'm not putting her in the corner, Byron. I'm putting her out.
You're right.
That's not okay.
You're right.
What are you doing? And the people who laughed awkwardly, somebody should have said something.
That is a problem.
Husband should have said something. One of the friends should have said something.
And he's apologizing for her.
That's wild what you just said. That's inappropriate. Yeah. Highly inappropriate, ma'am.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I would have, if I didn't tell her, I would talk to the husband and be like, you need to check your girl. Because she's wilding out.
But he's not checking her.
No, but he needs to know not just from the person that it was told to.
Yeah.
An outside person, sometimes, we can bring up that story, if you like.
What story?
About when we were in that store. An outside person can bring some level of, what's happening here is wild.
This is out of control.
Because it's not the person in your sphere going round and round. You can go around in a loop with somebody and not realize you're in a crazy loop until this outside person comes in and cuts it and realizes, whoa.
Wait, what am I doing here?
This is weird to you?
Yeah.
You can tell the story.
So, I don't know if we should tell that story.
Why not?
Because I think we talked and we had to cut.
It's because of your judgments of it.
Oh, so now I'm judgmental. I mean, the uncle's
because of...
Uncle's judgmental. Uncle's unking over here. No, I mean, honestly, like, oh my gosh.
What?
I got to talk about it. Today, we were in a store. We were in a store. I just thought about it because of something like how you have to deal with people. And I saw, we saw this young lady. She probably was in her early 30s, maybe. Late 20s.
Late 20s, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Shut up.
Well, the
Shut
kid's
up.
Screaming.
The kid is screaming, right? And she is losing it on the kid. The kid looked like they might have been 3? Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chunky 3. Mm-hmm. But she was faculty enough, like she could talk. Like she knew what she was doing. And I mean, she was screaming, like yelling at her, losing her mind.
You could hear it aisles over.
She was losing her mind. And then the mom started losing her mind on the kid. And
mocking
it was
the
going
crying.
Back and forth.
It felt
like, I don't even
care. When you hear it, it sounded like Big Sister.
It did sound like Big Sister
is also a child.
Yeah.
But the voice, the voice, is woman.
Yeah.
But the behavior was like
two sisters fighting.
Yeah, like I'm trying to taunt you. Shut up.
It was
like that.
It was yelling. Like a 16-year-old arguing with a 10-year-old. Yeah. Is what it sounded
screaming
like.
Back at the child.
But it was really like a 30-year-old talking to a 3-year-old. And it got so bad till I was like, woo, where's grandma to come in and step in and say, baby, this ain't how you handle this kid. Where she at? So this older lady walked. It was crazy because she walked around the corner just as I was saying. I'm like, man, whole shit ain't talking about. She just smiled at me or whatever. Because I was like, where's she at? They didn't know the woman. This other lady walks by and she's like, oh, yeah. She starts talking to the kid real soft. Like, can you be nice for mommy? Just give her, can you? And the kid is like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And then the mom changed her whole tone. Because
which one do you want? I want to buy.
The thing is, the crazy part is she says to the kid, I don't know if you heard it. She says to the kid, See, look, you got this stranger. This stranger had to come up here and talk to you because you was cutting up so bad. And I'm sitting here like, you got to be kidding me.
You was the one cutting up, mama.
You got to be kidding me. So her whole tone changed. And it was for about 2 minutes.
It was taken care of. The kid was like, I want to buy the blue one.
Which
or
one
whatever.
do you want to buy?
Oh, really? You going to buy the blue one?
Calm.
And they were like a cartoon of how...
Bro, it was Proud Family all of a sudden. Right. It was like it snapped. You turned into the Cosby Show. And then it was kind of like, okay, this is fake, but whatever. As long as y'all good, be fake with this kid, because I appreciate you being fake over who you really were just a moment ago, because this is out of pocket. It was embarrassing. It was like, what is happening here? Mm-hmm. Dad comes around the corner.
Losing it.
What's up? You could have got it. You can't get that, but you embarrassed. Wait a second.
Then
all of a sudden, the kid turns up again. Starts screaming. Mom starts going back,
defending herself.
Oh, kid is seeing this behavior. This is how y'all do in the household.
Yeah,
y'all arguing, y'all fussing. How do we get on this? I forgot what we was just talking about.
I don't know.
What were we just talking about?
How you deal with this?
And then the older lady walked by, and her time was perfect because she came by. She didn't go help.
She just smiled at you.
She just smiled at me like, bro, you right. But it ain't gonna be me.
Because that person was obviously unhinged.
It was crazy.
You don't know what people are gonna do these days.
Yeah.
So you just kind of you kind of cringe. And honestly, somebody should have said something, and someone did, and they all screaming at each other. Why did you say
it's safe to tell this story this time versus last time?
It's safe to tell because it's relevant to the situation we're talking
about. It was relevant then.
because the one person came in and brought a completely different perspective because she was going wild and the kid was going at it. She's going at it with a kid. You can't go at it with a kid. You need to de-escalate it. But the other person brought some point of reference for her to realize, oh, this is...
Let me interject some sanity into this crazy situation.
And she realized, oh, I gotta pull it together.
Forgot what she was.
Right. And the husband, or
we don't know,
the guy in the situation, I don't know who he is.
The kid's father, but that was...
He came in with the same energy, mad at her for causing a scene and causing the exact same scene. And this is where the kid learns it from.
Right.
The whole
that kid was not backing down.
Well, the child, she was taunting a child.
I know what I'm saying.
It just makes the child cry more. If I do that to any child, that's what happens.
No, but there's a difference between crying but she was yelling back at her. There was an argument.
Screaming,
It wasn't just the kid just crying. It was because there was a certain point in time
they were going toe to toe.
They was going toe to toe. There was a certain point in time you like, yo, do not do this again.
Right.
And the kid is going to be like, okay, let me chill before I get popped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she was not with it. She was like, look, this is not finna be you gonna tell me what to do. We finna fight.
Right.
This is when the kids grow up and be fighting their parents and stuff like that. Like, this is not it. But anyway, prayerfully they get that situation together.
Get their help that they need, because that wasn't okay. But sometimes you can't even... The person that entered it knew how to do it and didn't talk to her.
She was like,
because if you had talked to her...
First grade teacher.
Yeah, but if you had spoken to the woman, it would have been a problem.
Right.
Speaking to the child and making
that was the right thing to do.
It wasn't... Because talking to the woman would have been a big
that would have been a fight. That would have been hands thrown, because she was already about to be hands thrown with her kid.
With the child. Right. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for the one that I was looking for?
You found it?
I did.
Okay.
Am I the a-hole for ruining my brother and wife's pregnancy news with the news of my recent diagnosis?
Yeah.
Bit of backstory. My brother and I are very close. His wife and I, not so much. We've had our fair share of tension. Anyway, I fell sick in the middle of May, but held off getting checked out because of... This is during times. Mm-hmm. And safety reasons. Eventually, when June started, I decided to go check it out. Turns out it was stage 2 breast cancer. I decided to tell my family 2 days ago, since lockdown laws have been lifted, so I invited everyone over. And when I told my brother and his wife, he said, okay, that's fine, because he has news to share too.
I'm sorry. Go back 2 sentences. This is why I said don't read this last time. Go ahead. Why would he think this is okay?
I decided to tell my family 2 days ago since lockdown laws have been lifted. So I invited everyone over and told my brother and his wife, and he said, okay, that's fine, because he has news to share too. So our family gathered, and my brother decided to go first. He did ask me, and he announced that his wife is 4 months pregnant.
Oh, I thought it was... Never mind. Okay, now I feel stupid. Go ahead.
This is a girl.
I was going to get upset. No, because I'm thinking like, okay, it was a baby shower.
No.
It's a, you know what I'm saying? We finna release some balloons. You come here talking about some, hey, guess what?
Right. It's a woman, obviously.
She got breast cancer. But I'm just saying, like,
she called everyone over to her place.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, cool, because we had something to announce too.
So they kind of like, oh, this is kind of lightening the mood afterwards.
She didn't say it was first. She went first. The brother went first.
Oh, yeah.
So the brother goes first, okay?
No, you're not the a-hole, because that wasn't his event.
All right, so, of course, everyone was overjoyed. After about an hour, they asked me about my news, and I knew this was probably the last time in a long time before I had everyone here in person.
Yeah.
So I told them. And, of course, the initial joyous atmosphere was gone. The rest of the evening was a lot of support for me and not a lot of attention on my brother and his wife. My brother didn't seem to mind this, as he was quite distraught with my news.
Yeah.
But I saw his wife pretty upset and cornered off.
They made a choice.
So I decided to approach her, and I apologized for the timing of it all. She told me I could have waited a bit and Skyped everyone. Event.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone with the news.
You could have this. Oh my gosh.
As it's just stage 2. And let my brother and her have this moment with their family.
No way.
I told her I initially called this meeting for this exact reason, and she said she knows. But I knew my news would damper everyone's mood. So I told her she's being ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I wanted to tell my family in person.
Yeah.
Since they are my family after all.
That is true.
And she burst in tears and demanded to go home, which my brother obliged to, even though he was confused.
Right.
He promised he would come see me soon, since he stays close by me. Later that evening, I got a message from him asking him if I told his wife that she isn't part of the family and that I deliberately wanted the attention on me because that's what she's upset about. Also, the next day, my parents called to check up on me, and my mom mentioned that my brother's wife called yesterday evening, really upset, telling them what I had said, and claiming that I'm jealous because she's pregnant and I'm trying to ruin her life. God. I told my parents what actually happened and what I really said, and it's caused not only tension between his wife and me, but my parents and her too. And now she's also blaming me for my parents not being her biggest fans. My brother is torn, but has been trying to talk to her, which results in more tears and a strain in their marriage. All this drama is making me think I should have just called up everyone rather, or just told the brother this news had to wait. That's what she should have done.
Yes.
Told my brother that his news had to wait.
Let me go first.
That would have been selfish of me. I really wanted my family's support that day, but I'm starting to rethink whether this was all worth all the problems and the drama, and potentially causing further problems. So Reddit, am I the a-hole?
No. So how you know you're a-hole for how you wrote your opening heading, because I thought that you was saying like, oh, I was at their baby shower, like the other situation, right. And I'm like, yeah, I ruined it because guess what? Stage 2, like, no, right. That would have been awful. I need you to fix how you word things because that got you attention, and that ain't what happened. And that's why I gotta apologize. The last episode I said yeah because you did that and you right. shouldn't have did that when whatever. But anyway,
but she did ruin their news with her diagnosis.
Whatever.
News of her diagnosis.
It's her. You cannot come to my event. The two moments, like, they need to have separate occasions.
Correct.
You cannot come to my party, my event, my whatever it is, and then say, hey, guess what? we're not going to talk about that thing you want to talk about anymore because now it's about me.
Right.
I'm going to need you to have a nice day.
Right.
I need you to go home. And the difference between this situation and the other situation with the wife, which is why I'm kind of like, it ain't no prayers up for the husband. I mean, prayers up for him, but you're a husband. It's not your fiance. We're in a situation. It wasn't, she said something dumb. Now you are dealing with somebody who's pregnant and maybe a little bit irrationally emotional in this situation. Like, how could you take away from my moment? And not thinking this wasn't your moment to begin with.
Correct.
You made it your moment. And I'm not going to shut down my moment when I need help after I pull all these people together just so you can have your moment. I get it, but you could have had your moment any other day of the week.
Correct.
You could have invited everybody over. You could have done your Zoom call. You could have done whatever it was. Nobody said, yeah. Your only fault, if you had any fault, would be, hey, go second. Or don't do this here because...
That's what she should have said.
She should have said, don't do this here because of the nature of my...
It's not great news.
Right.
And I really need to I need the support of the family right now. And so I don't want to take away from you guys, but I really, this is not a time for that. Yeah. That's all she needed to have done.
She needed to do that.
But...
And if they just on some real, no, that's okay, I'm going to let you make that choice on the back end of it. Right. Because then it's like, okay, that might lighten the mood a little bit. Like, hey, okay, but we still supporting you. It wasn't the time.
You wouldn't. No, people can't handle all of that.
No.
This is a beloved member of the family calling people together to say, I'm going through something and I need my family's support right now. That's all that needed to be there.
Yep.
You're going to be pregnant for 9 months.
Whole 9.
God willing.
Yeah.
So you can announce this another time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not today.
Yeah.
There is an update.
Okay.
People ultimately said before all of this that she was not the a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
They said you called the meeting for your news.
Yes, it's correct.
Also, if sharing it in person was unimportant, then why wouldn't your sister-in-law share the pregnancy news over Skype?
Yep.
Her own reasoning should have been good enough for her.
It's not rational thought.
And good luck with your treatment. Okay. Edit. Wow, I didn't expect to get this much lovely feedback and to think that I was slightly scared to post this. Thank you for all the unnerving support, love, and huggies. I read and still reading every single comment made, and I really appreciate it. I will almost definitely fight through. Thank you all so much. Just wanted to add a few points. When brother told me he had news too, he was really super excited and added it as a just by the way, I'll announce mine too. He did apologize and admits afterwards that if he had known what my news was, he would have held off because right now what's important is my recovery.
That part.
He also admitted he wrongfully assumed that my news would automatically be good. I'm usually always the happy, chirpy one. His wife wasn't too fond of this either. That she was happy and chirpy. Brother's wife also had a miscarriage the beginning of the year, which is why this pregnancy, I suppose, was extra special. I'm truly happy for them. I just wish she could understand, like one user pointed out, that this isn't a competition. I don't know why I couldn't tell him over the phone. We were really close and I knew it would have crushed him. I couldn't steal him away at the gathering either because he was the last to arrive. And when he did, he just quickly mentioned, hey, mind if I go first? And I was frozen on the spot, so I said, sure. Also pretty silly on my part. It's hard to explain that feeling. When you're absolutely frozen, there's a big lump in your throat that prevents you from speaking. Don't want to say it anyway. But saying the news in the first place was really difficult to begin with. Just another point to clarify, I'm not a saint, but my brother does mean a heck of a lot to me. It's exactly why his wife and I cleared the air between us before, because I wouldn't deliberately make his life hell by pissing her off. Hence why when I saw she was upset, I approached her.
Try to clean it
up.
And
when she told me I could have Skyped, I responded with what I wanted to tell them in person, since they are my family and they would probably want to be there with me when I broke the news.
Right.
I never once implied she wasn't part of it. My brother and parents know this.
Right.
So this update, the second part of the update is 1 month later. It's July 6, 2020. Sorry this is so late. It's been a lot has been happening in the past month since the news came out. And since I've received a tremendous amount of love from Reddit, I thought it would be only fair to let you know what happened.
We appreciate you.
First and foremost, I started treatment. Also one of the reasons I couldn't update sooner. Thank you for the well wishes. I plan on bouncing back as soon as I can. Anyway, I could see that my brother was under a lot of stress, and I finally sat him down to talk about it properly. He showed me a bunch of texts that his wife was telling him that he is a bad father for choosing me over his family. She said I was seeking attention and nobody cares about her. And one thing that really got to me was that she told him to choose once and for all. And if he picks me, he loses her and his child. And if he picks her, she doesn't want me in their lives at all.
We are spiraling here.
I felt terrible, not only for him, but knowing that I could have prevented all of this. I took the time to apologize for putting him in this position. This is unnecessary. Like, her apologizing is unnecessary, but
she seemed to be a good, kind-hearted person who really cares about her brother.
And if I had just pulled him aside soon enough and given him a heads up, he would have truly understood. Brother tells me I shouldn't apologize because she should have been more considerate. He also mentioned that his wife would have probably still gotten mad at him whether they did or didn't give the news on that day.
That is probably true.
So I decided I should invite her over for coffee to sort things out.
Okay.
I spoke to her alone. I asked her about everything. She was very cold and didn't really answer. So I started talking first by apologizing if I made her feel excluded from the family or that her pregnancy was any less important.
It's a very emotionally mature woman.
Right. I explained that I should have given them a heads up so we could have avoided what happened altogether, and that was my fault. Then that I was very sorry, but I also mentioned the way that she reacted and went to the extent of lying wasn't okay.
Not okay.
She then started crying and vented about how angry she's been, and that my brother always put me first, and recently they've been going through a rough patch, and when he sided with me, it made me even more upset and feel even more lonely. And made her even more upset and made her feel even more lonely. She admitted she lied to my parents and my brother, saying that she was hoping they would show her more sympathy. And when they were cold to her, she got even more upset. After hours of talking, she apologized for how she acted and has been acting. And she would like if we moved on from this. My brother came later and they both went home. He texted me saying they both spoke for hours and agreed to couples therapy.
Good.
My parents are currently living with me and helping me out tremendously.
Good.
But they are not quite happy with my sister-in-law yet. Although they promised to try to work things out.
Good.
Things finally seem to calm down, and let's hope it stays that way. None of this would have been possible without the feedback you all gave me, and I'm indebted to that, so thank you.
Get Reddit coming in for once, doing some big things. I wanna say this, right? Because it was a thing that was happening to me. Because this is supposed to be Unks in the building. And some part of that is when we was having stories about these men getting into these situations, I'm like, where is your mentor? Where's your father, the
male
uncle,
figure to
the
be
male
like
figure
steer you
to
away
be
from
like,
this type of
stop doing stupid stuff.
Right.
Then I started noticing the theme of there's a lot of emotionally immature women doing wild stuff on these stories.
Yep.
And no offense to you, because you are fantastic.
Thank you.
But there's a lot of emotionally immature
Not always,
women.
but try to be.
Yeah, we all have our flaws. But the thing is, it's a moment of I was happy to hear this woman being so
grounded.
Yes, because the stories we've been listening to is just kind of like, I want what I want because I want it. And while there are times you have to do that because you cannot live a life that's just kind of like, I never get what I want. It's complete sacrifice, everything. I sacrifice my happiness to make everybody else around me happy. There's levels to that.
Right.
Sometimes you got to make sacrifices out of responsibility, take care of your kids, take care of your wife, take care of your husband. Sometimes you got to make some sacrifices. Right. But that is not 24/7, 365 days of the year.
Right.
And every time February 29th come around, we just know. You know what I'm saying? So there's levels to it. And that's the thing. If anything came out of this story for me, I'm like, it's very good to hear somebody on Reddit, because the Reddit stories themselves be wild.
Yeah.
Coming out and just being like, I'm a grown up.
Right.
The behaviors oftentimes are so childish. Like the situation prior with a girl's flipping out because you mad because I opened the door for a guy that you've been dating and you use my picture.
Right.
And it's like, what's happening here? Something is missing. And you just emotional. My baby shower. What? You're in it. Well, she didn't mean you gotta apologize. This is how her personality is. No. Finally, somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm an adult in the room. I understand. This is the situation. She might have been a little too hard on herself because there's no way to predict that this was going to go that way. And this was her event.
It was a heavy thing that she's coming with. And he's like, hey, you mind if I go? Okay. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah, like,
and that's
go
totally
ahead.
Understandable because you don't even want to say the thing to begin with. Bringing all those people in to say something that difficult is
tough. It's tough anyway. So it's like she waited an hour after that. It's like this event wasn't for them.
Yep.
So everything that she did, I can understand why she did it. I get it. Even the things she did, I was kind of like, okay, you apologize to smooth things over. I get it. You care about the relationship. You care about the relationship of your between you and your brother.
And you don't want him to go through hell. So in order to avoid that, she went and apologized for something she didn't have to do.
She didn't have to do it. But the thing is, you see what was happening here. This was a case of just like the previous situation where they talk, pregnant women are emotional. This woman had other stuff going on that was helping her.
She didn't have enough going on.
Not enough, but I'm saying there was stuff going on in her life that
She's jealous of the sister.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But yes, because that was the stuff that was going on. Like it was between her and her husband being jealous of her sister. But I'm saying it was something else happening.
Yeah, usually there's something bigger behind it. There's a reason and a cause.
Right.
But my thing is, even though there's other things going on, it doesn't excuse you.
No, it doesn't.
It's not a license to misbehave.
No.
And a lot of times people be like, there's a show that I used to watch called Suits. They loved each other. They were like family to each other. Mm-hmm. But sometimes they would just say the most evilest, wickedest, meanest things to each other. And the other person would be like,
where did this come from? Yeah.
And then they'd come and be like, oh, it's because I'm going through this other thing.
It's not okay.
And I'm like, and then I'd be like, oh, well, if I had known that. Excuse me. Mm-mm. No. It's not a license.
No, and you're right. But I'm using it. I don't know, juxtaposition is the right word.
Okay.
Comparing the two situations of, you're pregnant and you're emotional. Mm-hmm. The first time it was unmerited. This time it was kind of like, okay, you are pregnant and you're emotional. You're jealous, yes.
Well, they never got along prior to her.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it was some other stuff going on
that they needed to unravel and unpack.
Yeah.
And the thing is that what people need to realize, like she brought her the pregnant woman in this story, the fiance, brought her issues of love and how love is distributed. She's thinking love is finite. Yep. And because you have this other person that you hold in high regard, and you love deeply, and nothing can come in between that because that's your sister.
Right.
And when you have that bond, it's really not something that can be infiltrated.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And she might not have ever had a relationship like that where she's number one or whatever. Yeah. So now that she's coming to this relationship, she's jealous of that. We read a story where the woman was jealous of the guy's two sisters. Yeah. And she had never even met them. Right. But being jealous of another family member is weird because you should be like, look at how great he treats his family. I'm going to be in line for that. Yeah. Right? So now there's other guys that will treat their mother better than they treat their woman. Right. Because the mom is, crazy. And it's like
you don't usually see that with sisters though. Like if he's treating a sister good, like. Right. You don't see that.
True. But I'm saying the jealousy shows that you don't understand love. No. And is this me? Who is that sound?
No, it's probably me.
You don't understand love. Your understanding of love is limited. And you also think that love is finite. There is enough love to go around that he can love his sister and you immensely, And you need to create space for him to be able to express all of that. And the fact that he sided with her, her news was bigger.
Yeah.
I understand that life is amazing and you want to celebrate that.
Yeah.
But this person's health is huge right now.
Right.
And you could have announced your stuff sometime. It wasn't even your time. You wanted to do it by the way, like let's do it now since everyone's together.
Yeah, that's the part where they really
you
dropped
didn't
the
pull
ball.
that together. Now, if she did that on them pulling everybody
that
together,
would be very
I
bad.
could understand the wife getting upset.
Yeah.
But this isn't the time or
So
place.
And again, I'm not siding with the wife at all.
No, I know. I'm just saying,
talking about the different sides.
Yes.
She had a miscarriage. Like, it's a lot going on with her.
Yes. And the thing
So
is,
it is a lot of heavy.
It means a lot.
Yeah, it meant a lot more to her than it did for everybody else. You just can't do it at somebody else's event and then try to take it over.
But then when she came to you and said, remember, I pulled everybody to my place.
You got to check
she's
yourself.
Like, I understand that. But you know your news
You
is
just
a
waited.
damper on the mood. Girl.
Please have a nice day.
What?
Yeah. That being said, folks, let people have a moment. Let people have their moment.
That's right.
Stop trying to make somebody else's moment your moment. This is not, hey, oh, you know what? I'm gonna say this real quick because this I had somebody who I used to work with who they were one-uppers. You know, every time you did something, it's like, yeah, but it's like, well, yeah, okay.
That ain't nothing, because I such and such and such and such.
Hey, man, I heard you was talking to this new girl. Yeah, well, I got engaged last week. Okay, nigga. let me have. Whew, I just bought a new car. Okay, I heard you got it. Congratulations, man. But let me share my good news. Like, so that is so annoying.
It is.
Let people have a moment.
Yeah.
Somebody get a promotion, congratulations. And then if information come out about you getting your promotion on the side later, and it's like, yeah, I just want you had to have your moment. I didn't want to take away. Yeah, I got a promotion too. Sit down somewhere, bro. Just go somewhere and sit down. This is not about you. Let them have a moment. Don't do that. Anyway, folks, thank you. Thank you for continuing to join us on this journey. I'm going to say it one more time. Like, comment, continue to subscribe because we enjoy you being part of the community. We would love to know that you're enjoying the content.
And send your stories to uncsinthebuilding@gmail.com.
UNCS.
We would love to hear your stories and for us to give us our opinions and advice, even though we're not all
not a real therapist.
qualified.
Don't take any of this.
It's all for entertainment.
This is 100% for entertainment purposes only. It's just a conversation amongst friends.
That's right.
So it's like you calling your favorite relative and saying, hey, I want to talk to you about my problem.
Yeah.
That person may or may not give good advice. They could be completely wrong. So I'll preface that. We could be 100% wrong. But based on my experiences, make your own decision.
You ever seen that meme where people say,
right,
after people ask me advice, I just drop a, but pray about it though. Sprinkle that in just in case
that
everything I said
in,
was wrong.
Just in case it's wrong. You can come back to me like, well, Byron told me.
Did you pray about it though?
You should listen to God. Don't listen to me.
Pray about it though.
But real talk, folks. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.